honestly, the strongest part of my game is my versatility, that I can play multiple roles for you. But in my role that I'm playing right now, my strongest part of my game is my defensive rim protection. I'm trying to block shots at the rim. I'm trying to keep guys out of the paint. So I'm just going to be an enforcer, and I'm going to enjoy that. Hi, this is Sasha Killia-Jones, and your home for Oklahoma City Blue basketball is OKC's CBS Sports Radio, 105.3 FM, HD1.
It's pro time because at Lowe's, it's Provember. Save big with inventory you can count on, like Flex products or DeWalt power tools starting at just $99. Plus, Lowe's MVPs members earn up to 3 times bonus points per dollar on select items. Save all Provember long. Bonus points calculated before taxes and fees after applicable discounts, if any. MVP's Pro Rewards Program terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/L/Pro Loyalty terms. Subject to change. Prices valid from 10/17/22 to 2/3/23 or until supplies last.
Smooth skin begins with hydrating ingredients. Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion nourishes your skin with all-day hydration for deeply moisturized results that give you confidence like buttery soft shoulders like and visibly smooth skin like. Quench your skin with nourishing moisture from Olay Hyaluronic Body Lotion. Try Olay Hyaluronic Body Wash too and get skin your face will look.
And we are back here on November the 5th. I'm sorry. It is December the 5th here at the Chickasaw Ballpark for the OKCPS Coaches Show. That was a bad intro. We are brought to you by the Chickasaw Ballpark, Bricktown, but we are located tonight at the Oklahoma Softball Hall of Fame ballpark, and what a wonderful view we have, and what a great night. Our presenting sponsors, Kai's Concepts. Listen, every time you buy a Kai's bar, you are helping someone. Perry Broadcasting, Oklahoma City Dodgers Foundation, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, and Big O's Pork and Dreams Barbecue. So, God, thank you for being here tonight. And I just lost my spot. So, anyway, let's roll with it today. We have here U.S. Grant Esports.
Yes, sir.
We have some athletes here who participate in esports. And so we're excited to have them. Coach CASORIO. CASORIO. I messed that up again, and I have lost my spot here. And we also have Sebastian CRUZ, Pressure NS, and Jose
ROLDAN
the third, CANDYMAN. All right, guys, thank you for being here tonight. I just think I fumbled enough. I think I picked up my ball and running well now. So, Coach, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit how long you've been a part of this esports, and then kind of explain to us, for us novice who don't really know what esports is all about.
Yeah, so this is my 4th year coaching at U.S. Grant. Esports is a pretty new field. It's been around for about 8 or 9 years in the capacity that it is now, but it's really exploding, and so schools are picking it up, colleges are picking it up, and the professional scene afterwards is exploding as well. We were the first program to have an esports team. After us last year, almost every high school has gotten one. And now, I mean, the league that we're in, I think, has 112 different schools across Oklahoma that participate in esports.
All right. So, Jose and Sebastian, guys, tell me, what games you play, if that's in fact a real description, and then tell me how we arrived at Pressure NS. I know we've shared already in the CANDYMAN and not the scary CANDYMAN.
So I've been playing for 3 years for my esports team, and I played mainly 2 games. I started Valorant this year. We just finished our Valorant season on Saturday, and I've been playing Overwatch since my sophomore year. I did play a little bit of Smash Brothers, but I just never went fully with it. I was never one to keep playing it, but I do play a lot of Overwatch for the team and everything. But as for my username, Pressure No Skill. Like I said, I was playing with a group of friends. We were just hanging out, and at some point I was like, I need to change my name. I don't like the current name I have, and I wanted it to be simple with no numbers, no underscore, none of that stuff. And I went with Pressure.
Sure.
And I was like, I need something else to this. It can't just be pressure. And then I added, I was like, man, and out of my whole friend group, I was like one of the worst ones there. So I went with no skill, which just stands for NS. So I went with pressure NS, and it stuck with me this whole time.
Well, I'm sure that's pretty popular. People probably ask that question all the time. What about you, Jose?
I'm playing Smash for US Grant. I've been playing for 2 years now. Started in the freshman year. I got into it last day of school. Just kind of was debating if I should go or not, and I did. I'm glad I did because it's giving me opportunities to go like colleges. I'm in contact with OU, and MACU's interested in me as well. As a name for CANDYMAN, I just got it from some goofy character from a game.
So, Coach, tell me a little bit about your obviously success you had last year, but the tournament you guys just recently won.
Yeah, so last year we finished 8th in the state in Overwatch. We also finished 8th in Rocket League, and I think you took 21st.
20-something. I think it was like 20.
It was in the low 20s for him for singles for Smash, and that's out of around 300 to 400 players.
Wow.
So, but recently we did our All City, which we've been planning, which is when we invite all the Oklahoma City schools in to play a tournament. It was a really big event. It was really awesome. There was probably 200 to 300 kids there. I think we had 16 different schools represented. Our team, we got, I think you took 4th.
Yeah.
You took 4th overall in Smash, but we won Rocket League, which is one of our best teams that we have at the school.
Gotcha.
So last year we won Rocket League as well. So we got the back-to-back championships at the All City this year as well. So
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So when you guys talk about Smash and Rocket League, how many players are playing at one time on your team in the various games that you're playing? And then what does that kind of look like? And if there's a strategy, CANDYMAN, that you can share, especially since you appear to be the expert at Smash, tell us what that looks like.
So for Smash, we're supposed to have 12, but we don't have 12 people right now. But for the first semester of school, we were doing doubles, so it's just like a 2v2. And
normally it's 1v1. So
Yeah.
doubles is a new thing we're trying out this year. But
Gotcha.
that's the only game I have that's a 1v1 game.
Yeah.
Rocket League is trios, and then for Valorant and Overwatch.
It's 5v5. 5v5, yes.
So esports for dummies, right?
Mhm.
Give it to me right here. What is Smash? What is Rocket Man?
so Smash is like a 2D fighter. I wouldn't say it's like 2D, but it kind of is like 2D. But it's basically like a fantasy type fighter with like characters from like Mario, Donkey Kong, Wii Fit, Pokemon, some old school games like Banjo-Kazooie, Kazuya from like Tekken.
Gotcha.
Just all around characters like from Nintendo, kinda.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
More.
And what's different with Smash as opposed to like a regular fighting game, like maybe Mortal Kombat or something that
Sure.
people have played, is that the object in Smash isn't necessarily to do a bunch of damage to somebody. It's to knock them off the stage. And so the first person to get knocked off 3 times loses.
Gotcha. Rocket Man?
I don't play Rocket League.
Yeah,
Rocket League? Which one do you play?
I play I play Valorant and Overwatch.
Describe what those are.
They're very. I'm sorry. They're very similar, but Valorant is a very strategy-based shooter,
Gotcha.
right? So it's a 5v5. There's an attacker side and a defender side, and the whole idea is that the attackers want to push a site and plant a bomb, and the defender's job is to stop the attackers or defuse the bomb, right? So it's very strategy-based between two teams. The characters themselves have like special abilities, from like being able to stop a certain viewpoint with the smoke, or being able to flash somebody so they can't see them walking in. So it's very strategy based. And Overwatch is also similar in that they have abilities, but Overwatch is a various amount of game modes, and it's all like a bunch of characters with like special abilities. It's also a shooter as well, but I think Valorant has more strategy, because it's very unlike Overwatch. There's a lot that can go in Overwatch, but Valorant is very you have to make a strategy and go with it. Overwatch is like, it's very free form. You can try new things without being reprimanded with that.
Gotcha. So, Coach, Jose had mentioned a little bit about schools being interested in him. Tell me what that looks like collegiately, and how does your conversation go with these young men, this thing is kind of exploding, esports around the country. Obviously, they've done some things about it on Dateline and 60 Minutes and all these other kind of things. So tell me what that looks like collegiately.
On the collegiate level, there is most schools at this point, at least in Oklahoma and all across the country, are offering scholarships for players. So you look at different programs like OU, which Jose really wants to get into. They have what they call their Crimson team, and those are tuition waivers. So it's between you guys are both looking at it. I think it's 3,000, right? It's like 3,000 to 3,500.
I haven't done my research in a while.
Yeah, I haven't looked since the summer, but 3,000 to 3,500 per player, which is pretty sizable chunk off of your tuition. Recently, I just visited with the esports coach at SWASU, Southwest Oklahoma State, and they're offering between $1,000 to $2,000 a player for people on their team. And what's interesting too about esports is as it's been developed, it's looked at really holistically as like an entire team-based unit. So you can get the same exact scholarships at OU, SWASU, there's other schools, for not even being a player, but for being someone that's on the production side, or it's on the shoutcasting side, the person that announces the games, or the person that runs the social media. And those are all considered part of this like esports ecosystem, which is really interesting.
Well, and obviously it's creating more opportunities to give young men and young women, I'm assuming, opportunities to go to college and seemingly child's play, right? One would think that 20 years ago, but now it's become really significant in terms of development. Guys, what kind of transferable skills have you learned in esports that you can transfer to the classroom, or you transfer in life, right? I gotta believe that some of this is helping some analytical skills. Like, so in your mind, your estimation, what kind of transferable skills have you learned by participating in esports?
I would say like concentration wise, because like you just want to focus on one specific goal, and hand coordination, all that like basic stuff, and like I guess I don't know, like prediction, like I don't know if that would really like help in the real world, but it could help. It could.
You going over here?
It's analysis, man. It's acting after analyzing. Yeah.
Sure.
For me, since I play a lot of strategy, like shooter games, I've definitely learned to communicate with my team, and to take that into like classrooms and real world. It's definitely communicating with the people around me and the people like my teachers, my classmates, and just like overall getting better at my communication skills, and figuring out like how am I going to approach this with a team or with a group of people, right? And another thing that has also been improved is just how I kind of like go about setting goals for myself too, and setting goals with the team as well, right? If me and my team want to work towards something, I'll set a goal and I'll be like, okay, team, we're gonna work towards this. We're gonna achieve this certain goal that we have in mind. So it's definitely goals and teamwork.
So Coach, tell me, the traditional sports, football, basketball, track, etc., soccer, they're viewed one way in the school environment. How has the esports team been perceived? And then I'll let the guys tell me how they see it being perceived.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some pushback. It's new, and it is a little bit unorthodox in comparison with some of those traditional sports. But in my experience at my school sites and then on our district level, is everyone's been really excited about it and accepting it with open arms, and being this, because this is an opportunity to reach a whole group of students that we have that otherwise wouldn't be reached and engaged in school and our community in the same way.
Sure. You guys, tell me, with the success you've had winning these championships, how are you guys feel like the team or esports is perceived at your school?
I don't really know, because I don't really like hear people talking about it. Like, they probably think like, oh, it's like a nerdy thing, but like nowadays people are playing games a lot more.
Sure.
But I don't really hear people talking about our esports team.
Gotcha.
I also don't hear much about it, but I know people they're not really well like versed in what opportunities esports has, right? So once they find out, they're like, I can get a scholarship for this, I can go to college for this, right? And that interests people into joining it. And that's what I got interested. I wanted to just play, but after a while, I learned more about like the scholarships opportunities, and I feel like people in my school and other schools, they'd probably soon learn that too. Like you can go to college for this.
Now, this esports has been around for a little while now. It's just new to us for the most part. Coach, are there esport teams out there, coaches out there, universities out there that you are going to learn from, that you are kind of seeking what they're doing and all that kind of stuff? Who is that out there? And then I'll ask you guys, is there an esport person that you pay attention to, if they have some Twitter or IG or Facebook that you try to look at to see what's happening? You first, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, for me, there is the coaches in the state are the first people that I kind of collaborate and look at and see, oh, what are you guys doing, or how do you run these systems? When not this summer, but the past summer, we did a coaches clinic at one of the local universities, and they brought in a coach from Boise State. And that was the first time that I really got to see like a high level coach and how they approach the philosophy of coaching these different titles. And what that program should look like. So, like I said, it's pretty new. I find myself offering advice even to coaches on the college level about like, oh, this is how I run these different things, or this is how I look at certain things. So it's definitely still in that collaborative state. And it's hard to find like like the elite coaches that are out there. But like I said, that when that coach came in from Boise State last summer, that was the first time I was like, this is like the Phil Jackson of esports. that's what I was thinking. I was like, this guy's talking about like all these different things. He has these catchphrases. I thought he was going to bring out the triangle, right? Isn't that Phil Jackson's thing?
that is Phil. That is Phil.
But we're still learning how to do this the best way. I mean, every season I'm like, I have to look and reflect back and be like, how could I have done that better?
Sure.
You know, how could I have done this better? And that's the same thing. We're getting ready to run tryouts for Overwatch again this year, which Sebastian was my captain last year. And we've been talking about it for about a week now about, how we kind of want to go about tryouts and doing these different processes. So it's still, it's a frontier.
Sure. Who's your guy you're watching?
So in like competitive Smash, like at a top level, there's this guy named Spargo. He's a 16-year-old, and he's considered like top 3 in the world. He's still a kid. He's young, but I don't see him doing anything like for school, just at a competitive level. Like they play for money. Like you have to pay to get in, or like someone from like an org, like a big one, sponsors you and you don't have to pay. And he got sponsored by one of the biggest orgs in the world, just to play.
So I've heard this, and I'm going to get to you here in a second, Jose, that these kids are making all kinds of money. I saw something on Dateline or whatever, and he's a millionaire at 16 years old, and really, this is what he does all day long. So who is it for you?
I don't have any person in specific, but I definitely look up to like big teams in the league for the games that I watch. It's for Overwatch, the Overwatch League. I mainly follow San Francisco Shock. I love their team. I've been following them since I got into competitive Overwatch, and
anything with San Francisco is the best, obviously.
Yeah.
So listen, as we get ready to wind down, hey, Coach, who would you like to say thank you to for just supporting esports at US Grant, and those people who just been really a big part of your support team?
Yeah, I mean, for me, Eddie's been really supportive since he's came in. Eddie Wright, he's the athletics coordinator for our district.
Who was he again? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But when he came in and took this role, and he reached out to me, I think the first time was like, hey, this is really cool, and he's been just nothing but supportive, putting his money where his mouth is. So he's really invested in not only like what we're doing, but building a future for us.
Sure.
Same thing on my site admin level. Like all of my admin have been super supportive, and all the way up to the top. I work really closely with our assistant superintendent, Dr. Mouse, and she's one of my biggest supporters as well, and has helped this program grow from me and playing on a single Nintendo Switch on an overhead projector to my room to labs across the whole district and huge events like we did last month. So
cool beans, man. Thank you guys so much. Listen, you are listening to the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show here on CBS Sports 105.3.
Yeah! Thanks for having us.
Brought to you by Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, but we're at the Softball Hall of Fame here at the ballpark. So we brought to you by Kai's, Perry Broadcasting, Oklahoma City Dodgers Foundation, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, and Big O's Barbecue. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
Yeah.
First Security Bank and Trust Company proudly serves our community and believes we have the responsibility to help it prosper. Bank with people you know and trust, right here in our community. First Security Bank and Trust offers customized personal, small business, and commercial financial products and services to meet your specific needs. To discuss your personal or business needs, visit us today at 1541 Northeast 23rd Street or give us a call at 405-424-4341 or visit our website at www.fsbokc.com. First Security Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's faster than a drive-thru. It's easier than making your bed. And it's more satisfying than popping bubble wrap. What is it? It's iPreCheck at BoomerKia.com. iPreCheck at BoomerKia.com gives you transparency without the roadblocks and without the hassle. iPreCheck doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't even hurt your credit. And in under a minute, you can get real interest rates, real payments, and your real credit score in real time for every vehicle on BoomerKia.com. Just answer a couple quick questions, and you can be on your way to driving home a brand new Kia, like the 2023 Telluride, the Kia Soul, or even the all-new, fully electric Kia EV6. So, the question is, if you haven't used iPreCheck yet, what are you waiting for? Visit BoomerKia.com right now. Click the iPreCheck banner, answer the quick survey, and get all the answers to your car questions instantly. All this without speaking to anyone, and without the risk of hurting your credit. Then visit Boomer Kia. We're off I-240 in South Walker.
Come and enjoy ZT Cigars, Private Lounge and TVs, Crowned Heads, CRUZ, Padron, My Father, Davidoff Cigars, and more to help you relax at the largest cigar shop in the state. 2726 West Britain Road, in the second location at 1081 Cornwell Drive, inside of the Yukon Hill Shopping Center.
Okay, Leon
Johnson. Call 942-0070. That's ZT Cigars.
No.
Give it to me.
Doesn't wait when you're experiencing bone or joint pain. So if there's something you've been wanting to do, but your body's holding you back, it's time to take action.
Seneca Davis.
The orthopedic experts at
Seneca
SSM
Davis.
Health, Bone and Joint Hospital help
Lance
people find
CUDJOE.
relief.
Got you, Coach.
Don't wait any
Can you hear me?
longer. Schedule an
Yes.
appointment. Call 405-218-2530. SSM Health, Bone and Joint Hospital at St. Anthony. We're Saints in Action, helping you get back in action.
You know the name, you've heard the song, but until you've seen it live, you haven't experienced the magic of cats. It's the memory shared by millions. Cats.
5 performances only, December 30th through January 1st. Visit OKCBroadway.com.
This is your daily Black Health 365 moment. It's the holiday season where we tend to ditch our healthy eating and pack on the pounds. You can still enjoy the holiday goodies, but you can maintain your weight by staying active. Be mindful of what you snack on and watch your portion sizes. Finally, eat slowly. It takes at least 20 minutes for your brain to realize you're full. By following these tips, you can still enjoy the holiday. This has been your Black Health 365 update, because a healthy lifestyle is a daily choice.
Dancing crew, trip for 2, nail the final interview. Game with Doug, brand new mug. Come here, kid, give me a hug. The more you want to do, the more we want to do. New COVID-19 boosters designed for recent Omicron variants are now available. Learn about eligibility and schedule a free updated booster today at vaccines.gov. Sponsored by Pfizer and BioNTech.
Did you hear about Taco Bell's apology? Yeah, they apologized for going too far with their breakfast. Like the naked egg taco and chicken biscuit nachos? It was too much. All you need in the morning is tasty, simple food. Like the breakfast crunch wrap. Fluffy eggs, melty cheese, sausage, crispy hash browns, wrapped in a warm tortilla. Or, as some call it, A breakfast crunch thing. Grab one today, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only until 11 a.m. while supplies last. Contact local store for hours and participation, which vary.
An official message from Medicare.
Hey, what's up, Charles? Oh, Mary and I are getting our ducks in a row.
Yeah, it's Medicare open enrollment. Time to look at health and prescription plan choices for next year.
You know, Medicare plans can change year to year. There might be something better for us.
We could even save some money.
I'm all for that. Where do I start?
Compare plans now at Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you more of what you love, like premium travel benefits and access to Taylor Swift tickets. Oh, I do love her. Earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel.
Enjoy your stay in Suite 13.
Whoa, 13? That's Taylor's lucky number. Plus, get access to Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, presented by Capital One. Maybe I'll see you there. The Venture X card from Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Moments like seeing my son's team cheer him on mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for postmenopausal women or for men with HR-positive, HER2-negative NBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting, rash, and loss of appetite.
And we're back here at the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show. Yeah. Brought to you by 105.3 FM here at Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, but we are at the Softball Hall of Fame Stadium on tonight. Our sponsors are Kai's Concepts, Perry Broadcast at Oklahoma City Dodgers Foundation, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, and Big O's Barbecue. We had U.S. Grant's eSport team on and their coach, but now we have the legendary, the one and only, from the famed family of the CUDJOEs, the Star Spencer boys basketball team, coached by Lance CUDJOE, also student athletes Fakari Carter, who's not seen at the moment, but Seneca Davis and Kayleon Johnson. So thank you guys for being here on tonight. So, Coach, we'll start with you. There's this ball in front of us. Coach, tell us how long you've kind of been coaching and how long you've been at Star Spencer, and just kind of some of your fondest moments and memories as you've actually tried to develop young men for a while now.
Well, I've been coaching for 44 years, and I've been fortunate. I've been associated with 4 state championships, 3 as an assistant coach under Terry Long, and I got 1 at Star Spencer, and that's what we play for. But the most important thing as a coach is to develop young men to be good, prosperous, good citizens. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm. So, Coach, I have the pleasure of coming to teaching in your class for the last several years. And even Coach Terry Long had said this earlier. And one is you were voted the Teacher of the Year at your school.
Yes, sir.
Man, how does that make you feel, right? Because I think a lot of people just identify the CUDJOEs in general with basketball, but to be honored as a teacher, how does that make you feel?
Well, in our family, teaching is just as important as being a coach. It's really equal. Mm-hmm. You know, we want to be good coaches. We want to be good teachers. We want to be good role models. And I love my students just as much as I love my players. And so my students, they don't always believe that. But then by the time that they graduate, they do understand that. And to be a good teacher and a good coach, you know, the involvement that you have in those students' lives, mm-hmm. It doesn't stop when they graduate. It goes well beyond that. It really goes until until I die.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations on being named the Teacher of the Year at Star Spencer, and just for all that you do and what you mean to our community. And so I enjoy our interaction, and obviously I get to see you on some Sundays and run into you at all of the basketball games that I'm at, seems like. And so what an exciting time. What are you looking forward to most this year with this group of guys, Coach?
Gold ball.
Gotcha.
At Star Spencer, that's what we play for. Last year, I think post-COVID, it's taking us a long time to recover, but now you can start to see that it's getting better and better. The program is not back to where I wanted pre-COVID because pre-COVID we were always a contender for the state championship. We would have won it in 2020. We won in 2018. So now we're starting to get back in form. We're starting to get players back. We have an unbelievable facility that Oklahoma City Public Schools has helped build for us. It's instilling a lot of pride back into the community, into the program. And so nothing short of winning a state championship is in view for us.
Absolutely. So, Coach, tell me, and those who are listening and watching, when can we see the Bobcats play again?
Well, we play Thursday at the Hera tournament. We play Choctaw, real tough opponent. We're really rounding into shape to play defense like we're supposed to. It's going to take some time. We play an exciting style of basketball. We really fast break. We get up and down the floor. We pick you up full court. We turn people. We deny people. We play with a great deal of passion. And we're trying to become smarter and make better decisions.
Sounds like an intense group to come and watch. I'm excited to see how these young men play. Well, Coach, just want to say thank you again for all that you do, and I'll start asking some of these young men.
And Pastor McDaniel, let me say this. I want to thank you for what you do. I really enjoy coming to your church, and also my kids really look forward to you coming and inspiring them in Christianity.
Well, you're the only teacher in the state of Oklahoma that allows me to come and teach their kids. So, listen, Coach. So I must be a good sub because you're voted the best teacher in the school. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Give me an opportunity. All right, we got here Seneca Davis and Kay Leon Johnson. Guys, tell me, what are you looking forward to this year, Seneca? My geometry student.
Just playing basketball with a new group of guys. Bonding as a team again, and just trusting in the coaches and what they tell us. Buying in, trying to buy into the program, and just letting that take us.
Gotcha. Kaylee,
yeah, under the same thing, playing for the gold ball, of course. Yeah.
All right, so we have your teammate joining us, Fakari Carter. So I'll start with you, Fakari. Tell me what position you play, right, and what year you're in.
Okay. I play the 2 and the 3, which is shooting guard and small forward.
So let me ask you this question. You said you play it.
Yes.
Does it go in?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
10% of the time?
No, like.
Because you listen, if it ain't 30, you gotta come sit over here with me.
I shoot better than that.
All right. Seneca.
The 1 and the 2, so point guard and shooting guard.
Gotcha. You the facilitator.
Yes, sir.
Fakari's not agreeing with you. Go ahead,
my coach, he really has me play all the positions, and I feel like I play all the positions pretty well. I do my job and what I can.
Gotcha. So let me ask you, right? So like when I played, man, I had incredible range on the court, right? They would ask me where my range began. When I walked in the gym, like that's where it was, honestly. Like I shot it from a long way in the paint, right? So you guys tell me what your go-to move is, right? What is that thing you do to get your shot off?
I'll go first.
Or if your go-to is to get to the rim, tell me a little bit about your game, Fakari.
Really, when I catch the ball, my first thought is to shoot.
I like it. You're honest.
And if it's not there, then I'll look to drive.
Sure.
But, yeah, I play pretty well both inside and out.
Gotcha.
I would like to think.
Seneca?
My play style is more around the team, so I use screens and stuff a little bit more often.
Sure.
So that's what I'll say.
I like to drive in and get a little short jumper. I feel like I'm pretty good at that. A little short floater or something like that.
Yeah, a little mid-range. All right, so tell me what year. I never let you guys tell me what year you're in. Sophomore, junior, seniors, what are we?
Oh, I'm a junior.
Junior?
I'm a senior.
Senior.
I'm a senior as well.
All right, so you seniors, what are your thoughts about moving forward, right? What has the conversation been about? Do you think you want to pursue basketball at the next level, whatever level that is, right? I think a lot of guys get caught up in D1 or nothing. No, if you get an opportunity to go play ball and that's what you want to do, you should take it wherever that is. So tell me what you guys' future plans are.
My future plans are to go to college for football.
Oh, really? Okay.
Actually, so I'm a two-sport athlete. So I'll go to college for football, just take what they can get me in.
Sure.
Just work hard.
Gotcha. For Car?
I want to go to college for baseball, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Unexpected answers.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like baseball. I started last year, actually, but I really do like it.
There's an issue I have with baseball.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yes.
And it goes way too fast. I have much respect for someone who stands in there and watches something pass you at 70, 80, 90 miles an hour. I'm going past. I'm going to go to the stands and watch.
It's definitely different.
Absolutely. What about you, sir?
Yeah, my plans is to go to college for basketball, but yeah, I guess that's my plans.
That's all right. So I asked the question earlier to the eSport guys. I'll get to that question, but let me ask you this question. What has become, and I know it's early in the season, what is the team's mantra? Like, what is that word that describes you guys so far? What is that word on the back of your T-shirt? What is that thing that really capsulizes who this team is right now?
I'd say compete. We can't win if we don't compete. You know, and that's something Coach CUDJOE tells us every day in practice. We got to compete. We can't win if we don't compete. And that's really what we want to come out and do each and every game.
Sure.
I would say intensity. Coach preaches that a lot to us, too, to have good intensity and always be intense in everything you do. You know, if it's on the court, always have good intentions with everything.
Sure.
So
I'll say confidence. Like, don't be scared to make mistakes. Go out there and give it all you got.
Sure. So with that, the question I was going to ask previously is, what do you think those transferable skills are? You guys are seniors. You're a junior. What are those things that you've learned on that court that you are now using and applying in your everyday life?
I'd say hard work. You can't get anywhere in life without hard work, and I think Coach CUDJOE teaches that to us a lot.
Sure.
But you can't get to where you want to go if you don't work harder than other people that want the same goal as you.
Yep, no doubt about it.
Being consistent is also preached to us too a lot, is to stay consistent with what you do. You can work hard here and there, but if you're not working hard constantly the whole time, then it's not going to be as effective.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll say hard work too.
Gotcha. You know, every time we get to you, say, yeah. I'm just messing with you, K. Leon. So, guys, I want you to describe one of your favorite moments thus far as a basketball player, right? For Carl, I don't know if you can dunk or not, so it might not be dunking, but
not in game.
So tell me what that moment was. It was like you'll never forget that moment thus far, right? What was that for you?
That's a hard question.
You got a lot of them?
Yeah.
Well, just give me a couple. Give me a couple. I'll give you mine. I mean, they're like 90 years old.
I'd say one of them for sure was at the Hera tournament last year, and I think I hit basically a half-court shot at the end of the first half against Choctaw. Yeah.
Huh?
That was a pretty cool moment.
They worth a lot of money these days. Seneca?
My favorite memories are with the team. So whenever we travel or we go somewhere, it's like kind of like a road trip or anywhere like that, going places to eat with the team. Those are always good memories to have.
And you guys are just cutting up in the back of that bus, I'm sure.
Nah, we act right.
Nah, because CUDJOE takes our phones.
Well, that's only because he doesn't want any proof. That's why.
My favorite moments is when you're running out and the crowd's all loud and stuff and you get all nervous. And then when the ball's tipped off, all that nervousness goes away.
Listen, guys, I remember playing in that Star Spencer gym when when they could reach out and touch you in the stands while you were on the basketball court. It was real tight. It was real tight in there. But what legends, how does it feel playing at a school with such history, right? Like, you know, Byron Houston. And I'm going to tell you, my claim to fame is when I was in high school, they called me Baby Byron Houston in a newspaper article one time. I am nothing like Byron Houston. I'm about 3 feet shorter, but I won't think I was as mean as he was, honestly. But he was phenomenal. But you got the Hart brothers that played out there. And you got some legends that I'm not even naming. I mean, guys around my era, Allensworth and all these other kind of guys, man. What does it feel like playing at a rich basketball high school here in Spencer, Oklahoma?
I'd say it's very surreal to know that a lot of greats have come from this school, you know, and it's kind of hard trying to play and live up to the expectations that Star Spencer has. So it's very hard, but I like it. It's a good challenge.
Sure. You get the Orange family that played out there. He's going to kill me. I'm missing his name right now. He coaches at maybe Capitol Hill at one point. Leroy Combs, a lot of stuff. Seneca, go ahead.
Taking pride. I think playing with the program or playing at Star Spencer, you got to take pride in what you do. You know, when you play for such, you know, such a rich like community and team, you want to be able to just give it all you got. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave anything on the other side of the table. So just taking pride in what you do and giving it your all.
Sure.
Yeah, I feel pretty good. It kind of inspires me to want to be like them. So that kind of pushes me to play harder and stuff, so I can do that.
Guys, you've seen, and I think Coach CUDJOE alluded to it earlier about all of the facilities. How do you guys feel about that? I mean, your gym got a new floor, it looks like. I mean, tell me, what does that feel like playing in an environment that someone has invested in?
It feels pretty nice. Like, it's something that we actually get to see while we're there. So it definitely feels a lot better than them changing it and then us not being able to play on it or see it because we've already graduated. So it's really nice, and I really enjoy it, like, actually. Because last year when they were working on the locker room, we didn't have a locker room the whole season. But now that we have one and it's, like, new and modern, it is so much better.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're definitely thankful for what the district has done for us. And, you know, we try to show that through how we treat our locker room. And, you know, we also have a new court. So, you know, just like I said, going out there and playing with pride because, you know, these people invested their time and money into your school. So you just got to – that's kind of how you got to look at it.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, we got a new court, new little locker room. Yeah, it's nice.
K. Leon, why they messing with you, man?
They give me all the good answers. They taking all the good answers.
I'm going to start with you next time.
Right.
Tell me about this Dungee Classic, right? What you guys look forward to playing in that. And then when you're from Spencer and you hear Dungee, right, like it's a gang out there in Spencer, right? So a rich history. So tell me, what about this Dungee Classic?
Dungee night is one of the most exciting times of basketball. It's my favorite game of the season.
Sure.
Yeah, because everybody comes. It's intense. So, yeah, everybody wants to see it. It's a good game.
Gotcha.
Every
Seneca?
time.
It's a huge atmosphere. Like, people are coming in from, you know, people that have lived in the, you know, that town or went to the school. They're all coming in to see, you know, watch their community and stuff like that. So a bunch of people from the community are coming together. And it's just good. It's a good atmosphere. You know, it's packed, so it's loud. You know, it's intense, but, you know, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. So.
Yeah. Okay. Who we playing that day?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No. I'd say Dungee it's very intense. My last year was my first Dungee game. So, as you said, like, the crowd's touching you and everything. I was not prepared. It's a very important game to our community, our school, Douglas.
Coaches.
So, like, yeah, especially Coach CUDJOE.
Yeah. Just get them boys.
Yeah.
No, the guys, I think it's really cool. Your coach, CUDJOE, is related to several other coaches here in our district, John Marshall, Klassen, SAS at Northeast, and obviously he coached at Douglas, coached with Terry Long. He's been in this for 44 years. every game means something, right? That's what I remember about playing basketball in OKCPS. Like every game meant something. You knew someone at Star Spencer or Southeast or Northwest class, and like whoever it was, you wanted to beat them. However many times you saw them, you wanted to get after them that time. So tell me, what is your mentality as so on game day? What do you do on game day to prepare yourself? What is that thing you're listening to? What's on your playlist? And what is that you're eating, right? Because you feel like it gives you super strength, right? And I'll start with you, Kayleon. I'm not going to start with Fakari this time.
Me personally, I don't really listen to like no hardcore music. I like to listen to this regular music like SZA or something.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but I heard of him.
It's good. It's just something to put me in the mood, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's a she.
Okay.
Yeah, something to just put me in the mood. Yeah, ready for the game.
Gotcha. You listen to Luther Vandross? No, I'm just messing with you, man. Yeah. I like Luther, though. Seneca, who you listening to and what you eating? You didn't tell me what you were eating, Kayleon.
Me? Probably like before the game. Like
what's your pregame meal, man? You got some energy.
I don't know. It depends. It could be anything.
We got to feed you, man.
Yeah.
That makes sure you got some strength. Seneca, tell me.
Music-wise, I don't like to listen to anything that's like puts you in the mood to like settle down to lay down. I like to listen to something that like wakes you up. So I listen to some rap or something like that.
Gotcha.
For a pregame meal, it's probably Subway.
Gotcha.
Subway always gets you right.
Gotcha.
For a game.
Right.
I thought chicken fried would get me right.
Music-wise, I'm like the opposite. I'd like to calm down, get right, think about what I need to do. And food-wise, I don't really have a preference. Anything goes.
That's cool beans. Guys, who's your motivation? Who motivates you to do what you do, right? Who inspires you to aspire to be the best you can be? Person, man, athlete. Who is that? We'll start with you, Kayleon.
Person that inspires me, I'd say LeBron. I just like how he's played, how he's intense, how he's physical.
He's old and washed up.
No, I don't think that. No.
I'm just teasing.
I still think he's one of the best players in the world.
He is. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So you think he's the GOAT?
Yeah.
No.
He's the GOAT.
No.
Yeah.
No, not even close. And you don't have
Not
time
even
for that
close?
argument. No.
Wow.
You think he can compare to Michael Jordan?
It's a 1 and 2 race.
Not even Michael Jordan. He's not even better than Kareem.
Oh, my goodness.
No, he's not. Guys, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell played with bums.
Oh, see you young guys. See these young guys, man, got no respect.
He's great.
How many championships does LeBron have?
Yes, 4.
Does he have as many as Bill Russell? No. Okay.
Not even close.
Bums.
Did Bill Russell play with the same competition?
He played who was on the court. Like I told you, let's go right now. Let's roll the ball out. Coach Long, I already told him.
Go.
You're going to get these buckets and a bruised hip. Go ahead, Seneca, tell me.
What was the question? Sorry, I did lose track of it. We got sidetracked, so I did forget.
Who is your inspiration or your motivation?
My inspiration, probably my mom and my dad. My parents inspire me a lot, and coaches too. The coaches at Star, Coach Smith, Coach CUDJOE, all those guys. They inspire me. They stay on me, but they inspire me to do better and better every day. And
that's cool,
be
man.
a better person.
Yes, sir. Fakari.
My inspiration would have to be my mom as well. She wakes me up when I don't want to wake up. So I gotta. And also, I think my biggest inspiration is me. I don't want to let myself down.
Sure.
And at the bottom of the line, if you don't inspire yourself, no one else can inspire you to do what you want to do.
Listen. I think that's it. I think we can find our way to an exit. Let me say thank you to all the student esports students from U.S. Grant, as well as Star Spencer boys basketball, that are here with Coach Lance CUDJOE. Listen, we are here at the OKCPS, Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show here on CBS Sports 105.3, Chickasaw Bricktown Ballpark, but we are at the Softball Hall of Fame. We are brought to you by Kai's Concepts, Perry Broadcasting, Oklahoma City Dodgers Foundation, Dick's Sporting Goods, Impressions Printing, and Big O's Barbecue. Thank you for joining us tonight, and I think we'll see you on next Monday here for the Metro Tech OKCPS Coaches Show.
Yeah.
An official message from Medicare.
Hey, what's up, Charles?
Oh, Mary and I are getting our ducks in a row.
Yeah, it's Medicare open enrollment. Time to look at health and prescription plan choices for next year.
You know, Medicare plans can change year to year. There might be something better for us.
We could even save some money.
I'm all for that. Where do I start?
Compare plans now at Medicare.gov